Hi folks, welcome to Peterhead. It's an absolute privilege to be here. And what I will say, what a turnout. If you take places that have got 10 times the population of this place, I guarantee you something, they would not get 10 times the amount of people. So a big round of applause for yourself. What a great turnout. Well done. There are a few things I want to talk about, and the first thing I want to talk to are the people at the back. And what I'd like them to do, because you can all hear me, is ask yourself the question, how do you get up on a Saturday morning, read a poster about a local protest with local people that have spoke before me, and they've pointed out things they're unhappy with, then it's the same all across the UK. They are concerned with the councils closing old folks' homes, they're concerned with the fisheries, they're concerned about farming, they're concerned about the levels of immigration, of unfed, filtered people coming to their town. They have fears for the safety of their children and fears for the safety of their females. And these concerns are shared all across the United Kingdom. And I want to ask you people at the back, how do you get up on a Saturday morning, look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to counter that? You are a shame to the United Kingdom. I've been up and down this country talking to people in areas the same as this, to the gun platoon the same at the back with the same banners, and you are a shameful display. You need to ask yourself why you're here. On with purpose now. That is the last I'll say or think of you. But when I'm finished, if any of you want to debate with me, please make yourself available. If any of you want to come and take some of my microphone time and explain why you're here, I would be delighted to hear from you. Thank you. Anyway, back to business and the good people of Peterhead. I've been all over Britain in the last 6-8 weeks. I've just spoke to a lady from Ballymena. That's where my journey started. Since then, I went to Glasgow, Edinburgh, Manchester, London, Dover. I even popped across on a ferry to see what was happening in Cali. I'm just back from a trip to the forefront of EU immigration from outside the EU to the island of Lesbos in Greece. And what I saw there, I wasn't there getting a suntan like our John. I was there investigating how people are coming into the EU, and what I saw was frightening. But what I found in all these places, and this is what I want to tell you today, you are not alone. The people all over the UK have got the same concerns. The people even in Europe that I talk to have got the same concerns. So unlike the people at the back, I get up off my arse and I go and speak to them to find out what they feel. No listen to some knob on Facebook, and they all feel the same as you. So take a bit of unity from that. And the concerns that I've got are not immigration. I know lots of immigrants. My family half came from immigration. But we've got too many. And anybody that wants to deny that needs to have their head looked at. I am not against the asylum seeker. I know a kid from Congo who spent the first 14 years of his life in an asylum compound in Africa, waiting for his family to find safe haven. They had to flee the Congo because of civil war was on their doorstep. That kid was born in that camp, spent the first 14 years within a 2.5 mile radius. And I don't want the queue jumpers to have any more Congolese kids in concentration camps like that for 14 years, because these people shout asylum seekers welcome here, and they all jump the queue from proper asylum seekers. So nobody tell me I'm a right-wing fascist because I don't believe in asylum. Asylum is a good thing when you can do it to the right recipients, and these people don't care who the recipients are. So I'm not against asylum, but we have too much unfiltered and people here under fake asylum. That's a concern. Level of immigration, fake asylum. I fear for the children, the safety of our children. And by the way, we have some horrible people in the United Kingdom that are well capable of doing horrible things to children. That is one skill we do not have a shortage of. So why do we allow others to join them and make the problem bigger? Call me old-fashioned, but I have fear for our females. And I know plenty of females that are well and capable of looking after themselves. I would stand beside most of them than some of the men I know. But I still think we should protect them. And in our societies and in our communities, We have people genuinely scared for their safety, and predominantly are females. And that's not right. Again, we've got enough lunatics of our own. We don't need to bring more, and by God, we're bringing more every day. Other things that I've got a problem with and concerns about are knife crime and the levels of knife crime. And when I read a thing yesterday about a judge down south who there was a foreign man who's going through an asylum process just now, and he was actually arrested for drug dealing, but when he gets sentenced, it also came up that he had a machete in his house, so he had loads of drugs, loads of cash and a machete. And that man was given a suspended sentence. Now, regardless of his origins or his nationality, I don't believe that anybody found with such a knife should get a suspended sentence. Bearing in mind, the other crimes were drug related. And that just baffles me, that we're meant to have a government who are so concerned about knife crime, they're going to crack down on it, that we cannot jail somebody that's found with a machete, £50,000 worth of cash, and copious amounts of narcotics. That makes no sense to me. And that's the concerns I have, and that's why I came here today, because I want to tell the good people of this area, and I know it's not just Peterhead people that are here today, but there's people from all over the northeast of Scotland. Have faith, because you're not alone. Because I've been all over the United Kingdom, and the concerns you have, that I share, are shared by almost everybody, apart from the good platoon. So have faith, we can beat this. Now how do we beat it? Well, that's dead insensible, dead simple, sorry. We have to change the establishment. Protesting is great because it gives loads of people who are maybe sitting in their house, they don't get out much, a bit of faith that others have the same concerns as them. So having peaceful, non-violent demonstrations should be paramount to this. And then we need to change the establishment. Just take a wee pause, just let the cops deal with whatever they're dealing with there. Right, enough of that. Where was I? Yeah, how we're going to change this. I'm not here for a party political broadcast, but people that follow me on social media will know fine well that I'm up for election. I'm trying to get into Holyrood in May 2026. And what I would say is, I'm not here for your votes, because you people can't vote for me. I'll be standing in Glasgow, so it's not a party political broadcast. But what it is, it's a sense broadcast, asking people, do what I'm doing. 18 months ago, I couldn't care about politics. I worried about politics twice. 18 months ago. Once when it came to a vote, where I figured out who I had to vote for, and two, when it came to a budget, when I wondered how much my fags whiskey and my petrol prices were going up. And now 18 months later, I'm standing for election. So if I can do it, you can do it. And if you want to do it, contact me, I'll give you some advice. You don't need to join my party, you don't need to even like me. If you're a sensible person that wants to stand at Holyrood, talk to me. And if you can't do that, stand in local council elections. Because I tell you what we need, regardless of the colour of the rosette, regardless of your politics, we need people in these places that are sensible people, normal people, people like us, not like them. So I would encourage anybody with a desire to just go and do it. I'm no superstar, I'm not the most intelligent person even in my house, and I'm doing it. And I would encourage as many of you guys to do it as possible. And that's how we do it. But to get to that, we need to keep these things up. So people who are losing faith and are losing hope can see these things on their TVs and on their mobile phones and say, good on the people of Peterhead, I'm not alone. And you guys are not alone. Okay? So, before I finish up, I overstayed my welcome in my 10-minute moan, but that was just because there was a wee bit of carry on at the back. So, before I go, does anybody at the back want to come and take the last minute of my mic to explain why they're here today? No, didn't think so. Anyway. Let's give them a round of applause for adding to the atmosphere and adding to attendance, because they've been saying bad things all week about us, and it's meant more of you coming today and learning about it. So well done.
I'm here just to say that we need to get against everything that's going on. Sorry, I've just run all the way around here. One thing we can do is go into all these shops that have CCTV and we ask for our GDPR. We ask for our personal data from them. And if they refuse, then you can get some money off for them. So, if you want to get some money in your pocket, go into these shops, and we need to stop these CCTVs in all the shops everywhere, spying on us for every minute. And you're entitled to get your own data from that shopping trip, or even just going into the supermarket.
You know what, your footage.
Are you want to go? Well done. We round of applause for our friends for that.
Okay, so I'm Kate. I'm from the counter protest over there, and we got invited. Oh yeah, boo as much as you like, but that is actually what we think about you guys, and do you know why? Do you know? Other side.
Let her speak, guys. Just let her speak, right? Let's hear what she's got to say, right?
I got invited by your speaker here to come up and say why we were counter-protesting. I've just been told not to spout hate. There is no way I'm going to be spouting any hate, because us counter-protesters are not for hate. Look what that says. Nay hate, nay racism, nay fascism.
We agree.
We
agree.
So, if you agree, why are we hearing all this targeting of migrants, of vulnerable people? You were talking about them. You were talking about, you see, yes, illegal immigrants, less than 5%. Less than 5%. So, you don't want to hear the other argument. I got invited up here to speak. I came up to speak, and you won't listen to it. You can disagree with me as much as you like. I disagree with you about where you're targeting your hate, not about the issues. We agree with you about the issues. We know that there's not enough public services. We know that the NHS is under difficulties. We know the things that you have been talking about services to disabled people, etc. We know that violence against women is rising exponentially, but that's white men, that's not immigrants. So we agree with a lot of You can laugh all you like. You can laugh all you like, but that is a statement of fact. And that is the trouble. You guys are operating on the basis of misinformation. All of this booing and shouting at me is being driven by men who are not listening to a woman speaking, which is very typical. We've not had any women up here yet, apart from that woman just before me. So,
Right, thank you very much, Kate. I really appreciate her doing that. And what I need to ask then is, if we agree on so much, except one sentence from that lady's mouth, why are they separate? Why are they not on this side demanding the same things? Let's do it! Come on! Right. It's about uniting, not dividing, and I think that was a good example of there's 6 degrees of separation. All the difference is that woman believes that I hate immigrants, and I've already explained I don't. I'm not trying to target immigrants or asylum seekers, but we need it done in a far more organised fashion. We can't have an open border. The Scottish Government told us 6 months ago that we have a housing crisis. And then 6 months later tell us they want to bring more people in. Now, I'm not the most intelligent guy in the world, but I'm quite good at adding up. And that doesn't add up to me. It's a lot of nonsense. So let's get everybody that's got commonality fighting against that, not each other. Thank you very much, you good people of Peterhead. It's been a pleasure being here. And you guys are knocking it out of the park. You are absolutely brilliant. And the people in the United Kingdom will take strength from your actions today. Well done. Have a great day. Cheers, bye now.